So what are we going to do today?
We're going to deal with a big mess. We're getting out the big guns today. We're going right in the swamp. We got a Nuisance Beaver call from the mining company. And they're right in the swamp. Can't get to it with a bike, can't get to it with a snow machine, so we're going with an Argo.
Just stay straight. Keep going. We need to tan that one.
Almost looks like a fisher.
Maybe it's a cross.
That is a really dark martin. Almost looks like a fisher.
It's tan. I mean, those are nice birds.
Yeah, now we gotta work our way around this swamp, see if we can get some sets in for the beaver. And in there again. I got 3 beaver here so far, but I had to pull out because we had rain and I didn't think I'd get back with the snow machine, so we're gonna reset this pond. The mining company wants the beaver out of there, so we got the Argo, we got the machine to get us in and out of there. So let's see what we can do. So we're back here at this pond that's in the middle of a swamp. A mining company called and they want these beaver removed. So previously I was just using one trap in the middle of this on this T-bar setup, and then the weather got real bad and I can't get in and out of here with my snow machine. So we have an Argo now to get in and out of here, and I'm going to try to put 3 traps here now. I got 3 beaver so far. By the looks of the house, I would say it probably has at least 4 in it, but maybe 6, maybe 8. You never know, right? So I'd say between 4 and 8. 6 would be my close guess. Okay. So this is same kind of idea as the Swing and Susie. Got our poplar bait. Now, of course, you could put the springs on the pole, but this keeps freezing on me, so I want to do like the Swing and Susie, so it's hanging on wire. A little bit of poplar bait like before. A bit down below the ice. There. It is a weird set. It's not typically how I would do it, but the mining company wants these beaver removed right now, and we're in between seasons. Probably in another month, I'd be able to go right to that house and put snare poles down. So we just have to try to do what we can with what we got. So you can see I got my trap there on a cross member. Got a heavy gauge running wire here. Want to keep this all close to my pole, so if my pole freezes in, I can easily retrieve it. So you can see the setup. Got that poplar bait, 1/2 inch off the bottom of the trap. Trigger off to the side. Turn my safeties off. And I'm trying to do everything I can to get all the beaver from this house. So like I said, I was just putting 1 trap here, but I'm going to put 3. And we're going to try even a little different bait and some different things. So this one straight in is just, it drops off pretty deep out there, but I want the trap just under the surface of the ice. Just like so. So we got a same setup as we used on the other setup, basically, right? We got 1 trap straight in line below the ice. You can see the house is probably 40 yards from that. Obviously, a lot of the traffic would be over at that feed bed, but I can't access it right now. So that's one of our sets. And then we're going to use these poles. My thought is to wire them up like this with my trap hanging this way along the dam. Because a lot of times this time of year they'll come and they'll swim along their dam and investigate their dam. So we're gonna do another setup here. A little longer on this one. These beaver back here in the swamp, they don't have any poplar here. They have willow. So I'm putting 2 of them with poplar as my bait, and then I'll put 1 with willow. So you can see that again. Then what I'm going to try to do try to keep these poles from freezing, because that straight pole is probably going to freeze in the ice on me. So I'm going to try to set this up kind of like how you'd set a fishing rod on the bank if you're fishing from shore. So some running wire on that trap. Yeah. Safety's off. So these ones I want right on the edge of the drop off of the bank here, just under the surface of the ice. Right there. So hopefully they're swimming along the dam under the ice. We got that enticing bait there. Say we don't really have a lot to work with here, but the mining company needs these guys gone, so we're doing whatever we can to make that happen. And then I'm going to do another one the same over here. Well, this one I don't have prepared with bait yet, so I'll show you that again. So there's my 330, my trigger. My bait's going to go on the opposite backside jaw from where the trigger is. It's going to set these springs. Okay, so this time I'm going to use diamond willow. That's what they have available to them here. When I only had one, I was just using poplar. But I figure I got three, so might as well try different types of bait. Never know, that might be their preference. That's what they eat, so. Beautiful day out here today. I guess it's the calm before the storm. Okay, well, same thing, just different bait. Never hurts to try different things. Like I said, this is not the ideal situation. I would have trapped these in the fall or in a month from now through the ice, but that's my wire. Yeah. Pull here. Okay, so rinse and repeat. I'm wiring them on a bit of an angle so that when I wire up my pole, the trap sits level. Not too much of an angle. And see the setup there. Safety's off. So there's the set. Again, we got one facing that way and one each side of the drop off here. I guess I didn't put my running wire on that. And for anybody that's tried those triggers where you replace your trigger and it has a wood screw and you screw on the piece of bait, I recommend trying that one time and you'll see the difference. I always have trouble with those because the piece of wood floats, so you go to put it in, you hit a piece of ice or there's some current in the water, it springs the trap. That system seems to work really well. It doesn't have a hair trigger. So and then I got all three of my anchor wires here. I lost my anchor point because last time I was here I dug this out a little bit and I plugged it back up, so I'll have to get myself a new anchor point here. Wire up all three of these guys. And that's the set.